Every time I do that, it just never works. It's kind of a bummer. Gee, I wish that lighting changes were, you know... I wish that fixing the lighting was funny the way tuning is a great song. You know, when you go to see a band, and they're tuning up, and then they give you a tease of some fucking song, and then you don't hear the fucking song, and then your guy, God damn it, play fucking Stairway to Heaven. You're able to play the beginning of Stairway to Heaven. Now you're playing me your crappy music. That's how I feel when I fuck with the lighting. I'm like, oh man, this is the prelude to bullshit. Fucking shit. You know, my dad was a tremendous character, and he was a really awesome guy, and he was a very difficult, very comedic, very tragic person. A true comedic genius. Like, just a guy that could come home from a party and go, you know, those fucking assholes, those full of shit assholes, and he's drinking and he's getting drunk as he's already drunk when he shows up. And this son of a bitch, right? And he looks down at the dog, and he's doing comedy for me now, and it's understood that that's what's going on. He goes, Fluffy, we actually had a dog named Fluffy. Fluffy, goddammit, don't you understand? Anybody understand? The dog looks up at my dad like, you know, I'm scared of you, shit. You're freaking me out, right? He looks at me, he goes, God damn it, John. I'm getting old. I'm telling you, I'm getting old. When I was younger, I could do this. And he would lift his arm. I can't do that now. I can't do that anymore. Right? Said, then he looks at the dog again. She's really scared to, Fluffy, come here. You're my only compassionate ear. You're the only one that understands. Come here, Fluffy. Don't run away. And the dog's just like, I'm getting the fuck out of here, right? He would have a party, and he and his buddies would just make fun of the world and excoriate people and tear him a new ass, and just like, he loved Lenny Bruce and Richard Pryor. And I mean, you know, it's a shame I can't remember more of my dad's comedy routines, because he would just riff, you know. He's like, you know, they got this Czechoslovakian guy, he's a kicker now, and he's like, I'm gonna kick a touchdown. And he and my brother, who loved football, would sit around and go, you know, you're gonna kick a touchdown. What the hell's up with these bare feet in football, right? He tried to be liberal. He basically had a liberal heart, but he kind of was a rich guy, so he was kind of grandiose, but he tried to be tolerant, you know, and he'd be like, you know, I know this gay guy at work, and he's like, you know, this gay black guy in the radiology lab, you know, he'd be like, you know, this weekend I had roll in the hay, and he was a bisexual guy, and he's like, you know, I was afraid to ask him with whom or what he had to roll in the hay. See, he was trying, you know what I'm saying? He also told me there was no such thing as a bisexual man. Gee, Dad, you were a doctor, you didn't know that? But it was just fucking hysterical, you know? And so, when we would get in situations where we're floating around in the Gulf of Baja, whatever the hell that is, and there's two guys trying to help us, and he's sort of looking at them like, you know, fucking help, what the fuck, right? And I'm like, Dad, power down from the A-type personality cardiologist, and, you know, you can go insane, or you can laugh. And so I start doing, you know, Scotty, right? God damn it, Captain, I need more power to the forward engines. Beam me up, Captain, there's no intelligent life on this planet. Can't you put you know, actually, it would be Kirk telling him that he needed... Well, he could just... Yeah. I loved my dad a lot. He was fucking hysterical, and I would try to cheer him up in situations. And I would find myself sometimes preaching comedy to him as kind of a religion, that you could choose comedy or madness, you know? And so... I can't do it, Captain! I put a weeder in the warp drive and it's not working! That's a rip-off from Dr. Demento, so I've got shit to pull out of my ass in these situations. So, what have we learned here? What we learned is that when you're having difficulties in life, you could laugh or you could cry. If you cry and you need to cry, fine. If you go with sugar and you need to go with sugar, fine. But I noticed me being able to laugh at me going with sugar in Walmart and stay in what I'm calling my Buddha mind, which is just a place of breathing and detachment and amusement, right? Of just, let's not get too caught up in it. Try to be amused. What's amusing? Me losing my shit while they're nuts. And the freak out I'm going to have in the parking lot and the comedy routine I'm going to do for the camera once I stop sitting here in hell and start ranting. Oh, how I long to rant. I'm going to start a band. It's going to be called Durant.